What's going on, everybody? Old School NYC Gamer back once again here. I had to reshoot this video since the one I did last night didn't come out the way I wanted it to. There was quite a bit of information that I did miss within the video I did last night, so I kind of wanted to redo this and put the correct information for a lot of you who are interested and curious in this product, which I'm about to show you. Now, before I get into that, I also want to honestly thank QBirtAddict1 for totally hooking me up with this. He's an awesome YouTuber and an old friend of mine. He did not have to do this at all, everybody. He just went out of his way for this and just sent it to me. I didn't really think he was going to send it. I got it in the mail last night, and I was quite shocked. So for a lot of you, this is going to be the first time. For the few that did catch what I posted up earlier today, this is going to be your second chance to see this. So without further ado, everybody, I got a Canoo. And yes, this is the Canoo. Maximum RD did an unboxing of this a few days ago. If you go check out his channel, you'll see it over there. But I'm going to show you my first impressions and just very bare bones on the fly impressions of this handheld. Now, I was going to get into some of the specs real quick here, everybody. And for a lot of you who don't know, this is a touch LCD screen. And it has a 3-axis gyro sensor with a 3.5-inch color screen running on 320 by 240 QVGA. Also has USB 2.0 support and is Wi-Fi ready, which I will get into more when I show you the device. It also does take SD and SDHC memory cards, built-in microphone, and this is the best part here, everybody. I was really interested in checking out. This runs on Linux. So there you go, everybody. Now, before I even open it, I do want to get a little bit more into it real quick here, everybody. It does play video, plays video files, plays audio files. It supports AVI, DivX, XVID, MPEG-4 files, and when it comes to even the audio parts, it plays MP3 and WAV files, so that's pretty good right there, everybody. And from what I'm not mistaken, it also supports OGG Vorbis files as well, but I would have to check more into that. And it even takes photos too, guys. You can load your photos on here, and that also supports JPEG, PNG, GIF, and bitmap files. So that's really cool. And for a lot of those who don't even know the company or the product Canoo, they're based. Excuse me. The Canoo is an open source Linux-based handheld video game console and a media player created by GamePak Holdings of South Korea, and this is a successor to the GP2X Wiz, which once again Maximum RD showed in its comparison from the Wiz to the Canoo, and this came out back in August of last year, and this is definitely no direct competition to the Nintendo DS or the PSP, but I think it's a little better. But then again, everybody, that's my opinion. This is an alternate open source device too, if you want to really, get into it like that. So, without further ado, everybody, let's open up the box itself. For a lot of you, this will be the first time. For some who saw it yesterday, or actually today, this will be the second time you're seeing it. So I just want to open it up here and not let everything fly out. There it is, everybody. So let's start off. This is the USB cable that comes with the Canoo. And this is the quick start guide for those who don't know what they're doing like me. And of course you have the CD manual. And this is the Canoo itself, everybody. And I'm just going to be very, very quite careful not to break this or knock it off. And here is the Canoo, everybody. And for this also does come with a built-in stylus, which is really cool. And it goes right back in here, if I could just get it in there correctly. There you go. So now the device itself, I'm going to show you a little bit of it as I'm going along. See over here you have your 1 and 2 buttons, and depending on what you're emulating on here, everybody, this would be your start and select buttons, but it depends on which emulators you're running. Now, the GPX did something a little different. Instead of the D-pad that they had on the Wiz, they wanted to go a little different and use kind of like an analog style D-pad, joystick, however you want to call this, everybody. It's really cool. It's actually definitely different. I've never seen anything like this on a handheld before that I know of. And over here, you got your home button and your built-in mic. And over here, everybody, you have your X, A, B, and Y buttons. And on the top here, you got your L and R bumper buttons. You got your volume control right there. And over here, everybody, this is where the SD card goes, right over there. And this supports up to 32 gigs. So if you're planning to put a lot of stuff on your memory card, this supports up to 32 gigs. And on the bottom here, everybody, this one port here, this is where you plug the USB. And also, you could also get a special TV out cord. You can plug this into your TV as well, everybody. So that also supports that. And over here is where the USB device would go, or your USB port. Now, I heard through certain emulators, you can actually also plug in a keyboard to this as well. And over here, you got your headphone jack right there. And on the side, we have the power indicator light. And this could go in any color. It could go blue, red, and a bluish red, depending on if you're charging it or not. And over here, last but not least, everybody, this is the power button over there. But I also can't forget the back. We have your two speakers left and right. And this is in stereo, which is really cool. So without further ado, everybody, let's turn it on. Now let's see what we get. Of course, there, that is the power on button right there, and this is a Canoo. Play forward. Alright, everybody, so as soon as you get into it, you got the menu screen over here. Now I just wanted to show you, sorry for the brightness here, going to get in a little bit into the sorry about that, a little bit into the settings here. Of course, you got your language, your brightness, and also you have a vibration effect here. If you hear that. And of course, I'm not going to need that, so I'm just going to turn it off. Go back into the menu here. We also got the USB drive, time settings, and the wireless LAN. Now, when it comes to hooking this up on the wireless, everybody, you need to get a special dongle for the device that you would plug it, I believe, down here, and you could order that online. And of course, you got your test mode, touch calibration, device information, which we'll get into here. And you see right there, this is version 1.5.0 running on Linux 2.6.24 revision 145. And we know it's the Canoo, everybody. And the serial number right there is 2010.08.05. And that's all the other jargon right there for the device information. So we're just going to get back into the home screen right there, everybody. And as also the indicator right there, the memory card is plugged in. Of course, that's the time and your battery meter right there. And of course, here we got the games section, apps, ebooks, photos, explorer, movies, music, and we're back into games. Now in the apps section, I'm just going to click on that real quick. See, that's the TV out front end, which, like I said, if you could get that special connector for it, you could plug this in to your TV, and you can even play games on that, or watch movies, music, or whatever, everybody. So we're just going to go back into the home screen. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to get the angle a little more down for you guys. It'll be a little better for you. I do apologize for this. All right, everybody. So as you see right there, there's the Canoo itself. Now, I'm going to also show you a few things here as well. Now, when it comes to the games, you can get emulators for this. Now, please don't ask me how I got them. I got them myself, so if you're curious about that, feel free to go on Google. You could definitely find emulators for this device, okay? So, let's get into the games section right now. If I get into that right now, everybody. And as you see here, whoops, sorry, that's a little boner I just pulled. Let me turn that off real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Have some technical difficulties. I'm going to get more into the Canoo here. But before that, I do specifically want to stress this to everybody. When I got the package, it had a few emulators in it, and I also went and got a few emulators myself online. Please do not ask me. I will not support any of this. Will not provide the links to ROMs or any copyrighted material. If you want to get this stuff on your own, Google is your best friend, and trust me on that, alright, everybody? So let's get into this real quick. See, we'll go into the games folder, and I got some games supported by the Canoo, like this one game here called Deadly Eye. And right here I got Quake, ported over to the Canoo, Gekka Blaster 2, the Old Boy emulator, which is also for the known as for the Game Boy. And right here, guys, I have the Pico Drive, which for a lot of you don't know, this supports Sega Mega Drive games / Genesis, Sega 32X, and Sega Master System games, which is really cool. And over here we got Skull. And this is the SNES 9X4C emulator. Now, there's another Super Nintendo emulator that I have on here called the Pocket NES. Now, I do want to get into a quick note about that. If you're going to run F-Zero on this with Mode 7, run it in Pocket SNES, because this won't run really that good on this emulator. And the thing is, this emulator is more accurate, but it's definitely a little slower than the Pocket SNES, so it's up to you which one do you want to use for that. Now, there's certain games you really can't play on this, like Star Fox and other FX games. It's pretty bad. It's very laggy on the speed. And I've always stated once again, everybody, with emulation, not everything is going to run perfect, which is a bummer. Alright, so let's keep going on here. Got a game called AIM. And over there, this is called Animatch. And right here, everybody, this is the Atari 2600 emulator, the Atari 7800 emulator, and this is the Atari 5200 emulator, which also plays the Atari 8-bit computer games as well. And over here is the CAP 32, also known as for the Amstrad CPC emulator. And over here is the ColecoVision emulator, and this is for the TurboGrafx 16 and the Intellivision. And the MO5, everybody, for a lot of you don't know, is also the Thomson MO5 computer, which is really popular in France. Now, I'm going to leave a link to that down at the bottom of this if you guys want to check that computer out. And also, one of my favorites here, guys, the MSX. The Texas Instruments, also known as the TI-99. Also, we got a Vectrex simulator right there. And I believe, I forgot what that is right there, Chex Quest. And this is a standalone game from the Atari called Coral Sea. And the CP System 2 emulator, or the CPS2. And we got another Doom port right there. We got one called Eek Eek Hook. And this is a sequel to the Great Giano Sisters from the Commodore 64 right there, the Giano Sisters Return. And this is the Neo Geo emulator right there. GNU Robo. And this is the infamous Nintendo emulator right here, guys. And this is, from what I heard, is really good. We'll go into a little bit of that eventually. And this is the Game Boy Advance emulator. The Open Jazz. This is, I believe, another game here, like another separate game for the Canoo. Jump to the Moon. And this is Jumpin' Blob. And the infamous MAME arcade emulator. Meritous, or M-A-E-R-I-T-O-U-S. I'm sorry you can't really see that, guys. I do apologize for that. And we got a Mutant Tank Knights. And this is the Neo CD, or the Neo Geo CD emulator, the Neo CD32, or the Neo CD2X. I do apologize if I'm kind of blathering. I can't really pronounce this game, everybody. And this is Open Tyrian. It's another separate game here for the Canoo. And this is a PS1 emulator, which I don't know if I would really want to play any PS1 games on this. I know this is a very good device, everybody, but I'm not sure if it could really run that quick, run the ISO images that quick for this. But I could be wrong. And next up, everybody, this is the Dr. Pocket NES, or the Pocket NES emulator that I spoke to you about when you want to do the comparisons with the SNES 9X4C emulator. And over here you have Riley. It's another separate game here for the Canoo. And you have the Game Gear and Sega Master System emulator as well over here. Snake on Dope. Let's see. Can't even pronounce that name anyway. And this right here is another game I can't pronounce. I do apologize. And this is the Unreal Spectrum, the ZX Spectrum emulator. Now, from what I was told, you could also plug in a keyboard. You could plug a keyboard with a USB port right in there, everybody, and you could actually play your run the Spectrum games like that if you wanted to. And let's see what else we got here. We got Underground Panic, And last but not least, we got Zombie Sorbet. So that's the what I have here, guys. So I'm going to run a couple of test games here just to check out how it goes. Right here, we're going to go through the Pico drive, and we're going to start that up. And you see right there, load ROM. Once again, everybody, I am not going to provide any links or copyrighted material. Please do not ask me, because I will not provide that. Just go on Google. Just going to get into one game here that a lot of you guys know. If I could find one. A random game here. Sorry, everybody. There's quite a few games here that I'm going through to try to find. Actually, you know what? We'll just go with... if I could find it in here. The Incredible Crash Test Dummy. So let's start that up. You gotta remember with emulation, everybody, it's not gonna run 100% perfect, but it runs pretty damn close. So there you go, right there, everybody. So here, I gotta press start, and it runs just like the Genesis, everybody. Of course, just want to start the game to show you how some of the gameplay is. Okay, so that's how some of that goes, everybody. So we're going to exit out of this real quick. Let's go exit. And we're going to go back into the Pico drive. Load new ROM. Go all the way to the beginning here, everybody. So when you go to the very first menu there, as you see, it does support the 32X, Genesis, and Master System. Now with the 32X, it's not going to run as quick. It's going to be a lot of slowdown, everybody. So just warning you there. Alright? So it's going to go back into the main, get into the home screen if I could get there. If I'm actually trying to get there. I do apologize, everybody. Sorry, guys. I'm going to have to do a quick hard reboot here. But I'm just showing you that, you know, some of the games do work on this. So it's a pretty cool little device supplied by Kubernetes, and I do want to thank them again for that. Alright, so we're back into the menu here, everybody. Don't want to mess it up here. Sometimes if you go a little too quick, it'll run off on you. So we're going to try the Nintendo emulator here. If I could find it. Or I think I just missed it. It's a little late, everybody. I do apologize. I'm not on my best here today. And we are about to find the Nintendo emulator right there, everybody. So we're going to start it up. And there you go. So we're going to load a new ROM, and of course we'll just try out Mario Brothers, the arcade game for the Nintendo. And you see right there. Let's start it up. Well, I'm not that good at that game, everybody, so just going to get out of this. If I could try to get out of this once again. So this is why you need to read the quick start guide, everybody, to help you out to get out of certain jams like this. Now, I don't honestly recommend doing this turning it off and on, because that's how you can crash the system. But I'm going to go through a couple more emulators with you here, guys, so you know that it works. And I'll show you just a quick peek of you know, how the music plays on this with a separate memory card that I have right here. Once again, we boot up, and I feel a little bit like a bit of a MAME mood. So we're going to go into MAME. 1 second here. Go into the MAME arcade. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to try, let's see, what's a game I could try that a lot of you do know? We'll try Commando. Actually, no, wait a minute. Look for Crazy Kong. Now, for a lot of you who might know what this game is, you're probably going to know which one it is. So, these are the settings right there. You could, of course, switch them over. I'm just going to do the 533 and all that stuff. So, let's just get into the game, everybody. It boots up. Okay, guys, so it's going to show you a little bit of this. Yep, I do suck at Donkey Kong too, everybody. Does he sound like a screaming cat when he jumps? Well, at least you know it works, guys. I suck at this game. So, of course, I'm just going to get out of this, go back into the home screen. Alright, let's go back into home. And last but not least, I'm just going to show you one more emulator, and I'm going to get into the music part of this this overview. And we're going to trust the good old Atari 2600, everybody. Now we're going to get into the menu here. Going to load the ROM. And going to go for good old Asteroids. Okay, everybody, so there it is. So like I said, guys, this is just some of what can be done on the Canoo. Now I'm just going to get back into the main menu screen here. Okay, everybody. So now you see, like I said, once again, you're going to see the memory card right there. I'm just going to take it out because I'm going to switch it over. And see, now the icon's not there no more. And I'm going to put in the one where I just had some random music files or some random MP3 files. If I could get it in there. There we go, everybody. So now we're going to go into music, which should be coming up. Sorry about that, everybody. I should have pointed out, if you're going to put your SD card in here, please turn off your device. Once you put it in, turn it back on, and it will recognize what you put in there. So we're going to go into the music section, everybody, and of course you have to put a few folders just to show you what is in here, alright? So we're going to go with, well, I had to put Dirty Comedians in here, so if you do hear an F word, don't get mad at me. So we're going to go into the most random thing right here, everybody.
I like Elvis Presley. Really, I give credit where credit is due. When Elvis was young, he was a bad motherfucker.
Beep!
Elvis was bad.
And of course I couldn't beep that out, everybody, but
Vicious.
this is the what you get when you're in the music section. And I'm trying to figure out how to stop it. But yeah, that's some of the music files for you. And of course, when you do video, make sure everybody turn off your device, then put your SD card in, turn it on, and it should recognize the card. So that's about it, everybody. I'm sorry I couldn't be as more detailed as I thought I would. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed this quick first impression and overview of the Canoo from GP2X. And everybody, I do recommend this. If you're more into the emulation and a lot of this stuff, like I showed you through some of these emulators, you're not going to be able to find these games. And this is like very good for a portable handheld system. You can't beat it for $150. It's out there. Definitely Google it, check it out. I highly recommend it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the remake of this video. If it sucks, I apologize, everybody. I just wanted to make it a little better than I did yesterday. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great night. I'm going to bed, and take care, everybody. Cheers.